up, everybody? It's the Gridiron Gals, the pigskin lover lady, along with my football loving sister, the NFL chick. What's going on, Mama?
I am doing great, and I'm ready to pick some great games for week 4, babe.
Yeah, it's a lot of great games on tap. I can't wait to watch football on Sunday.
Yeah.
We did very well last week. Both of us went 5-1, and we're ready to do even better this week. The first game we're going to discuss is the Ravens traveling to New England. I'm going to pick the Ravens. I don't think that Tom Brady is comfortable with his receivers yet, and I think against the defense of the Ravens, they're going to keep him on his heels. I'm just not comfortable with Tom Brady. I know his skill level. I know his potential, but I'm going to pick the Ravens. They're playing great ball, and until they lose, I'm going to roll with them.
I'm picking New England because my gut tells me to. No other reason. And that's crazy because I love my Ravens, but my instincts tells me to go ahead and pick New England. If Wes Welker comes back, that is another weapon that New England has. That helps their team. And I know that they're struggling right now. I know particularly on offense that they're struggling. But I've seen this before. Tom Brady comes back and makes some type of play at the end of the ball game. And I can't go into anything else other than my instincts tells me that New England might pull this one out. But I don't want them to. But that's what my gut is telling me. So I'm going to roll with New England today. Sorry, guys.
I know we say there's not another Tom Brady, but I tell you what, Joe Flacco is playing with that cool, calm, collective vibe as a Tom Brady, Joe Montana. So I think the young guy gonna pull it out. All right, the next good game on tap, I'm really anxious to see this, is the Jets traveling to New Orleans. And I'm still rocking with the home state. I'm going to give the New York Jets the advantage here. I just think that they get the opportunity to play the Saints after the Buffalo Bills, who exposed this offense and show that they're capable of being held to a minimum of offensive points. They didn't score. They went into the fourth quarter with 10 points, and I think Rex Ryan is going to build off of that. I was worried about the rookie quarterback and Mark Sanchez going to the Dome, but, he came from USC. He's used to playing against a big crowd with a lot of noise, and I just think the Jets, they're clicking. So I'm going to still roll with New York.
I like what Rex Ryan is doing. I like what Mark Sanchez is doing, but I think that they get a dose of reality this week, and I think that they're going to lose to the Saints because Drew Brees right now is playing exceptionally well, almost MVP caliber. Yes, they struggled against Buffalo, who's not as good as the Jets, but I think that he'll figure out what they did wrong, and I think they're going to fix what they didn't, what they left on the field. So I really like what the Jets are doing, but I think that they get a dose of reality this weekend. I'm going to go ahead and pick the Saints.
All right. The next game that somebody needs to step up and show approve is Tennessee traveling to the Jacksonville Jaguars. If your city's not behind you, your fans not behind you, how the heck am I going to be behind you?
Exactly.
So I'm gonna go ahead and get the advantage of Tennessee. I do think that Tennessee is missing a couple key elements on their team. They're definitely not the team of last year. I think they're missing Albert Haynesworth more than they probably will admit to. But the Jacksonville Jaguars, where's the buzz? Where's the hype? I just don't feel any excitement around them. So that's not really a good reason to pick against them, but I am. So I'm going to go with Tennessee.
I'm going to go with Tennessee, too. I feel like they are a couple plays away from being 2-1 or even 3-0. Their record really doesn't speak about how well they've played on the field. They've made some mistakes, and this cost them the game. Particularly last week, they had 2 turnovers that turned into 14 points, which was the game. They're a better team than Jacksonville right now. And Smash and Dance is just going to have a field day on that defense. So I'm going to go ahead and pick Tennessee.
Okay. Well, let's go out west. And we're going to take the Dallas Cowboys to the Denver Broncos. And, I'm just not comfortable picking Dallas. And right now, they may look like the better team. But putting the ball in Romo's hands in Mile High, it just spells disaster for me. Felix is out, Felix Jones. And I know Marion Barber is slated to come back. But, he's coming back off an injury. So you don't know what his role is going to be. Denver's defense, I like it, so I'm just going to give the advantage to the Denver Broncos.
I'm not that impressed with the Broncos because of their opponents. And I know that the same could be said about a lot of other teams, but I just really don't know this team right now. So I'm going to pick the Cowboys because to me, they have the better team. I know Denver has a really good defense right now. I think they're number 1 or number 2, but I just don't know what they can do because of their opponents. They haven't played quality opponents yet, so I'm not trustworthy on how they'll play against mid-tier teams like the Cowboys or higher quality teams. I'm going to go ahead and pick the Cowboys.
All right. So let's go to Sunday Night Football. What some are dubbing a must-win game for either team, and that's San Diego traveling to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Really, these are two teams to me that have not found their rhythm. They're both looking for something. And I don't know what it is because they got the weapons. I think the Chargers, they fought a hard game against Miami. Steelers lost a close one to Cincinnati. Troy Polamalu missing on the Steelers. And I don't see the Chargers stopping the pass. But I said all that to say I'm picking Phillip Rivers. I just think if they had to get into a shootout, and that means they're going to have to spread the field, I like the wide receivers of the San Diego Chargers against the Pittsburgh Steelers secondary. So I'm going to pick an upset here for some and go ahead with the Chargers.
I'm going to pick the Chargers, too, because both defenses are struggling right now. They have injuries and everything. But as far as offense is concerned, Phillip Rivers is playing really good football right now. His receivers are really good. I love Vincent Jackson, Chris Chambers, and Antonio Gates and what they can do. And right now, I just feel like he has the better he has the better chance of winning this football game. Ben just keeps getting sacked. His line isn't really doing much. And I know their running game came up and did some stuff, but I'm not comfortable with picking them. I'm going to go ahead and pick the Chargers too.
Yeah, Heinz Field might be solid on Sunday. All right, let's move on to Monday Night Football. We have the Green Bay Packers traveling to the Minnesota Vikings, and it's all about the quarterback positions. And I just like the Packers. I like their balance of the team. They're just stable on all sides of the ball. I like their secondary, and I think that because Brett Favre, we know how passionate he is about the game. I think his emotions going to be running high, and as much as he like to say he don't have a vengeful attitude towards the Packers, he does. And I just think that when he gets into that mode, that's when he becomes the gunslinger. So look for the Green Bay Packers. They know that about him. So look for their secondary to be on watch for a couple INTs. I'm looking for Al Harris and Will Blackman to have a really good game, and Aaron Rodgers to get finally move from under Brett Favre's shadow by winning this game.
Brett Favre is a liar. He is absolutely there to try to be revengeful. I'm keeping it real because he's not keeping it real. I'm gonna keep it real. He's lying. So he wanted to play for Minnesota to get back at them, and that's fine. But I'm gonna go ahead and pick the Vikings. Unfortunately, old man Brett showed he can still make some plays like he did at the end of last week's game against the Niners. And Adrian Peterson right now is doing really good things. The Packers started out really good on defense, and then they struggled a little bit. They let Cincinnati stay with them and ultimately win the game. So I really think I have to go with Minnesota because of the running game and the defense. And that's pretty much it, though.
Well, it's the NFL, so, whatever team you pick, it could be the opposite, and we know that. It's just really some good games on tap, and I just hope everybody get an opportunity to enjoy them. Whatever your team is, root for them. And Rita and I will see you next week for another edition of Gridiron Gals Pick'em.
That's right. Have a good one. Peace, love, and soul.
Bye.